Well, hello there, ladies and gents. I'm Tammy Sipniewski, your crypto queen. Thank you so much for popping by my channel. Please know that this is not financial advice. I am only here to entertain you and to remind you to only buy on red candles. I know it's been a minute since I've talked about any new cryptocurrencies, and that's because, the market is so bad. No one's looking for new cryptocurrencies. People are just looking to DCA into the investments that they already have. But I'm a huge advocate of what I call the lottery ticket buy. And that's where you take a cryptocurrency and you just throw 20 or 30 bucks at it just to see where it goes in the long run. And I notoriously do that on Bitmart. And, just to keep you up to date, I have absolutely struck out on all of those lottery ticket buys. So I'm like, you know what? Forget Bitmart. I'm going to start making lottery ticket buys on other exchanges. And I'm like, why not crypto.com? One of my favorite exchanges. Let's start making some lottery ticket buys over there. And I discovered an article that was really interesting. And then I found out they're selling their crypto over on crypto.com. Let's go ahead and make a lottery ticket buy into Zilliqa. Now, here's the thing. Zilliqa was in the news a couple of months ago because it had a huge spike of a couple of 100%. Right now, Zilliqa is sitting at 3 cents. So 3 cents, I think anybody can afford to buy some Zilliqa, even if it is just like me, maybe 20 or 30 bucks worth. Everybody can afford to do it. And in the long run, who knows where this is going to go or be? And when I say lottery ticket buys, I'm holding it for the very long term. This is not something that I'm looking to sell in a couple of months. Like, I'm looking to sell it in a decade. And there's, every chance in the world that this may not be around in a decade, but that's why it's called a lottery ticket buy. But I just want to show you this part of the graph, the chart, because you see how it was just kind of chilling out there, like 3, 4 cents, minding its own business there. And then all of a sudden, it had a huge spike. Like, it went up astronomically to like 18 cents over just a few days. If something like that were to occur, 100%, I am going to take profits. Even though it's a lottery ticket buy, I'm still going to take profits because I know when it has a sharp spike like that, inevitably it's going to come down because it always does. Charts never just go up and up and up and up and up unless there's some great, incredible news. They go up and then they go down, up and down and up and down, just like any other chart that's going to happen. So let's say that happens again for Zilliqa. It has a huge price pump. I'm going to take profits. And then if it goes down again to where I bought in, I'll buy more with the profits and pocket some of the profits. That's an important thing to do. And I think that gets lost on people. They believe they're getting a great buy. They watch their money 2 and 3x, and they're not taking profits because they're getting greedy. They're like, well, maybe it'll go even higher, or maybe this and that will happen. But, that's rarely ever the case. And another reason why I wanted to buy into Zilliqa was we also got some of this news, and that's that they're releasing a gaming slash mining console, which is very interesting. And the plan that's going to be released in early 2023. Now, here's another thing, like, that may or may not happen. We don't know, but let's get to the article because it is very interesting. And I like the prospect of this. Zilliqa plans to launch a Web3 game console and miner. Singapore-based layer blockchain Zilliqa announced it will launch a dual-purpose video game console and mining rig in early 2023. Zilliqa's new game console will launch with 2 games developed in-house, a Web3 wallet, and mining utilities. The idea is that gamers will use the console to earn ZIL while they play. After Steam banned NFT games, Zilliqa sees an opportunity in the space. According to Zilliqa's head of gaming technology, Valentin Kobella, Zilliqa has no doubt that we can become the Steam equivalent for Web3 games. From the way Zilliqa is talking about its new console's economics, I'm not expecting gamers to earn much Zil from their efforts. Players will earn Zil by completing in game challenges and tasks, but Zilliqa isn't creating career opportunities in Asia. We don't want to compare ourselves to the Axie approach, but instead compare ourselves to the Counter Strikes of the world, where the focus is on the gaming experience and not the earning part. The console specs are unknown, but Zilliqa shared an image of the console's ports. Zilliqa also hasn't disclosed the price of its new console. Given the relatively low production volume of a system like this, I'm expecting the first generation Zilliqa console to have poor specs and a high price tag, just like every other generation one thing, right? So this is a picture of what the console is going to look like. I think it looks super cool. Of course, we see a whole bunch of USB things in there. We see an HDMI port, a couple of them, and headphone jack, USB-C. Can't make anything else up. It's a little surprising to see Zilliqa, of all blockchains, planning to release a game console. Once known mostly as an Ethereum multi-mine token, Zilliqa has rebranded itself as a Web3 services provider. Metapolis, Zilliqa's metaverse as a service product, is expected to launch in Q1 of 2023. Metapolis will allow users to build their own metaverse operating on the Zilliqa blockchain. For now, it's unclear how the new game console ties into, is it I can't pronounce this. Metopolis, I guess. I will just say Metopolis. Zilliqa also is in a leading blockchain in gaming or Web3 with limited partnerships and a market cap of just 439 million. So it's just 439 million. That seems like pretty good to me. How is Zilliqa expecting to draw developers into a gaming ecosystem without offering major incentives? So they have some things to work on. They've got to get some partnerships going. So far their plan is just for 2 games. No one's going to buy a console for just 2 games, right? And depending on how much the potential is there to make with the mining, that's going to matter. So no one's going to invest in that console if there's just 2 games, and are the games any good, and how much can they potentially make from the mining of Zilliqa? All of that is going to be in play. So they do need to build, like the author of the article said, a bunch more partnerships. They've got a lot of work to do. But while the price is down to 3 cents, I've decided to make just a small investment. If there's going to be any news that comes up in reference to the console, or if they've decided to add more games, anything that might, change up the prospect of my investment, I definitely will keep you in the loop in case you too have decided to make a small investment into Zilliqa to see where it goes in the long term. And of course, long term for me, like I said, is many years down the road. Of course, I'm going to nip profits where I can. Well, that's going to do it here for me today. I thank you so much for joining me, and I will catch you next time. Please take care.